Hey Cancer, welcome back. This is going to be a general reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for singles only. Okay, singles only, yeah. So this is the first time I'm going to be using my Black Moon Astrology Tarot cards here on YouTube. I hope you guys like them. I'm just going to be pulling it for the crowning energy. We got fire element. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, let's pull the cards and see what's happening with you guys. So I'm going to pull 3 rows. The first row is going to be what you're focusing on right now, then why are you single, and then what are your energetic blocks right now. Just something for us to think about. So I'm going to build 2 cards for each. Okay, that's what your focus is. This is why are you single. And this is what your energetic blocks are. And then I'm just going to pull a second oracle from the Wisdom of the Oracle that just gets some advice on how to deal with the energetic blocks. Like, what should you be doing right now regarding these blocks that you may be dealing with during this time. Okay, and I'm starting with you guys and then going to Capricorn, because I do believe that you guys are really going through the most right now with all of this nodal influence happening. It's very challenging. I know that, to be true for Cancer and Capricorn right now. So anyway, let's get right into this. So your crowning energy, this fire element, this is desire. Beautiful. Number 37, 3 plus 7 is 10, which comes down to a 1, which indicates something new. It's newness and awareness. This is a great card. This is great. These are changes coming. New movement. You guys know this though, Cancer. I think most of you have been feeling this. Those of you who are fully engaged in life right now are really feeling this. These changes are quick though when they do happen. This is the kind of where it's a slow build up and then everything just starts to happen. The element of fire here is all about beginnings and our passions and how fast we get our energy moving. It speaks to how rapidly we act and about how we set up our lives in a way to accomplish what we want to get done. There's a kind of like burning determination here, and it's a swiping away of impurities to clear the landscape for something new, right? Leaving your landscape healthier and stronger than before. So a lot of you are going to be meeting an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius under this influence, though I really don't like to get too hooked on signs because we all have every sign in us, but I feel like that energy is going to be heavy for you. So expect changes to be dramatic in an unforgettable way. A situation is about to be transformed, right? And it's going to be through some sort of wake-up call or a personal epiphany. This is spirit just really moving energy for you right now. So you really need to apply yourself wholeheartedly to really work with the energy in this space. And this is really speaking about, this fire is a very compelling attraction. Very compelling. The warning with this card, though, I do have to say, is try not to make your love interest, your new love interest, because I am definitely getting that you guys are meeting someone new. I'm also getting that some of you may be returning to a past relationship, but the single status is not going to stay present in your life for very long. But back to this jealousy vibe that I'm getting, make sure you don't try to make someone jealous. If you feel like you're not getting the attention you crave, it's going to backfire if you do. And don't beat yourself up over it if you tend to do that sometimes. Many people do. It's a natural part of the human condition. We have to be forgiving of ourselves right now, right? For the dark aspects that we sometimes allow out. But don't do that, okay? Because it's definitely going to backfire is what I'm getting here. Okay, so now for those of you who are going to be meeting somebody new, and I am getting a lot of you are going to be meeting somebody brand new, or many of you are going to be reconnecting with someone who you haven't been with for a while, okay? Pay attention to how you're feeling in the relationship, because if you're feeling that this person is in the same space as you, it is definitely going to be a very sudden attraction and very intense and very passionate. Okay, fine. But now beyond that, Are they in the same space as far as what, what they want in a relationship and you want, where you're really feeling it, that they're there with you? Then this relationship is going to do really, really great. Okay, you guys are going to have the strength to grow legs, and you're going to end up being incredible supporters and protectors of each other, and that's awesome. If you're not totally feeling that, this is still going to be a really great relationship for you, but it's just probably not going to last the long term. But I'm not getting any major drama. This is a very healthy connection, so I really do like that. But this is an energy all about new starts and just hurts from the past, and just shit from the past is just going to be burned away, burned away, burned away. Something new, fresh. Be very honest in your approach right now, though. This is very important. Any arrogance is going to be a very bad thing right now, right? Which is always the potential. I always like to say whenever I get the fire card. You have everything that you need to get done right now in the way you want it. So as far as life goes right now, Cancer, the pot is definitely being stirred. I do feel like most of you guys do know that, okay? So now let's look in the first position of what your focus is right now. And I got the Star, which means you're in a space of feeling very hopeful and recognizing that things have been really difficult for you. But those of you who are tuned in are experiencing this change in luck, this change in happening for the better right now in your life. It's been a slow, painful shift, but things are getting better for many of you. And this not only brings hope, but it brings a sense of appreciation. Like, you really feel ready to expose yourself in a relationship. You feel like you need to do that, to fully express yourself, to show who you really are, because I'm getting that many of you feel like you haven't been allowing yourself to do that. And you're in a very intuitive space, very insightful into this influence. This is a healing energy, guys. It's all about healing. You guys have been through so much, and the Star shows that you're destined to be with somebody, and it's time to be with your person right now. It really is. Getting that very strong. Okay. And then we have the Five of Swords reverse. So while you're trying to find your focus, you are having to deal with what you consider to be some sort of unnecessary conflict, where you feel caught in the middle of another person's fight or another person's struggle through no fault of your own. And this is for good reason, okay? It's to illustrate and highlight something for you, because whoever's initiating the selfish agenda is someone who is trying to cover up their incompetence, either within a job, or it really could be any relationship in your life, where someone is trying to deflect the attention of something that they did away from themselves. So you're going to be dealing with somebody's ego and their need for a show of power. Right now is what I'm getting. You're dealing within your focus. So, and this is very annoying, right? But the thing here, what's good, is that it's going to be so obvious to you that it's not going to be that difficult for you to extricate yourself from it and pull yourself out of it. So again, this could have to do with, I'm getting, either leftover residue or nonsense from an old relationship, or an incompetent coworker or boss, or even a friend or family member who did something messed up and they're trying to somehow pull you into the drama. But I'm getting that you're not having it because you're focused on your Star. You're focused on your Star, and it's just, but it is something I'm getting that is requiring your focus right now. And then next we have, why are you single? I'm getting the King of Swords reverse here, which means that you were in a past relationship that was nothing less than destructive at some point, and you were put under unreasonable pressure to just be a certain way, produce results, deal with situations and circumstances, delivering the needs to someone that were entirely unreasonable and uncomfortable for you. And you felt that you were in a space that, regardless of what you said, regardless of how the arguments went, regardless of your personal interpretation of circumstances, you felt oppressed. You felt like you weren't heard, and you were dealing with someone who played mind games and would do almost anything to win. And that's stuff that creates scars in us, guys, right? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So this, I hope you understand, like the application of that psychology from what you went through is putting cement shoes on you, I'm feeling, as far as feeling free to open yourself up to actually attract someone new. And then we have the Hangman reverse, which indicates a sense of very rigid thinking, okay? This tells me that you need to revise your expectations about what you think is possible for yourself right now, because I'm getting many of you might be hanging on to a fantasy that guys, honestly, makes you more of a victim in a relationship than being in a place that really speaks to your soul, that's good for you, you know? You're in a place of needing to take a different perspective, to liberate yourself from something in the past. It could be a past idea, past desire, what you thought to be true, and you really need to think about what is ultimately best for you, not only today, but in your path moving forward, okay? Yeah. All right, and then in this last row, let's look at the oracle that we have. This is the advice on how to deal with your energetic blocks, which is Come to the Edge, okay? Which is a beautiful card. See the hearts flying out? Yeah, so this is all about courage and overcoming fear, you know, and accepting, trying to put yourself in a place where you're accepting risk, okay? Regarding your relationship, this energy reminds us and acknowledges how scary it is to be truly intimate with someone, where we allow them to see all of us, all the ugly, right? Especially the parts of ourselves that we've kept hidden and protected, you know? The advice here is to realize that it's time to take that risk and let yourself be seen, like truly seen, Cancer. Don't be afraid to speak up and voice what you need. And I know you want to do that based on what we said, you know, your focus is right now with the star, you know? Yeah, this is not the time to play it safe for you anymore. And you're going to be so glad you did, okay? So glad. And then we have this first tarot card up is Page of Wands reverse, okay? Which means that there might be a little delay in you meeting someone new unless you look at your issues straight dead ass in the face. And since this is a suit of fire, I'm getting that you still have fears regarding what a healthy relationship looks like, what healthy communication is, and what you really want in a relationship. But I feel this is more of an insecurity about your ability to believe in someone else wanting the relationship in the same way that you do. You're afraid of someone being too strict, you know, holding too fast to their own goals and their own way of doing things. And you don't want to deal with the stubbornness. You don't want to deal with someone who has an inability to listen to other opinions. You don't want to have to worry about having to jump through hoops because, you know, someone who you're with is maybe will get easily bored or distracted, you know, and then you have to deal with the fallout. No one wants to deal with these things, Cancer, but the energy here is saying that you have been dealing with this in a big way and you're not willing to deal with it anymore. But, you know, listen, I can't help but feel that there is somebody right there waiting for you, that as soon as you okay, it's not like flipping a switch. That would be absolutely ridiculous and unreasonable, where it's like you're feeling one way and then, oh, you hear this tarot reading and you just flip the switch and your whole life is illuminated and different. That's silly, right? But sometimes just the simple awareness is enough to crack that door open to start attracting the right people to us, and the right people who understand our past and who are empathetic and who are kind and loving and patient, that can actually help us on our path of healing. Because we don't have to heal on our own all the time. It has to be from within us, and it has to be initiated from within us, and it has to be completed through ourselves. But very often a relationship can help us just by holding our hand and reassuring us that everything's going to be okay, and that, you know, we don't have to be afraid with that person. So I am getting that just because of this come to the edge. There's somebody right there on the other side of this. I really do believe this. And then we have the Seven of Wands, which is telling me that, yeah, you're doubting your purpose. You may be struggling to be heard, and you may have to overcome some obstacles. Ones that you feel are pretty constant, like one thing after another, and you're just not sure if the whole damn thing is even worthwhile. Just all of it, you know. And the result of this energy is anxiety and hesitation, the feeling of being overwhelmed. Again, with one issue after another, but the advice here is to focus on the areas where you can make a difference in your life while accepting the things you cannot change. This is a time for you to become really, really honest with yourself about which imperfections can you live with in a partner, and then which ones are non-negotiable. And until you get in touch with what you honestly feel you need to feel happy and feel deserving and peaceful in that desire, and within a relationship, it's going to be really difficult for you to attract that to yourself in a healthy way. Because what you don't want to do is to have yourself stuck in this old way of thinking that hasn't served you up until now. And you don't want to keep repeating that cyclical type of mistake, because you're going to keep attracting that same type of energy to yourself, right? And I am feeling in a very global way, just from a lot of the readings I've been doing and a lot of the comments, that Cancers are ready to stop the cycles, the negative cycles, the cycles where they give, and give, and they're not allowing themselves to be seen out of fear and insecurity. And this is all about, these nodal influences might be tough for you guys to handle right now, but at the same time, because you guys have been going through it not for a month or two, the past few years, okay? So it's very hard for you to feel like your intuition is something that you can trust right now, right? But you need to understand that there's been so much going on in your space that you need to tap into your higher self and really understand, why do you feel vulnerable? Why do you feel insecure? Where is it coming from? Is it coming from your childhood? Is it coming from past relationships? What's going on? Did somebody say something to you at some point that for some reason buried itself and dug its heels into your psyche, that completely changed the way you see yourself? These are all things that Cancers need to be doing right now, because the shift is happening and you have so much positive energy supporting this shift. So come to the edge, take the chance. Don't sit home on the couch and complain that your life is not changing if you're not engaging with the energy. Please, and I don't say that to be mean. I'm telling you because I'm getting this so strongly from the cards. I really, really am. Cancer, I love this for you, you guys who are single. If this resonated with you, open yourself up, because somebody is right there. But you can't attract to yourself what you're not allowing. If your door is shut, no one could come in, Yeah. All right, Cancer, that's what I have for you. And I guess I'll see you guys probably in a week or so-ish for the beginning of June reads. Okay, you guys take care. Bye-bye.